Hello, Kapitan English z tej strony. Zmęczony, przeorany, no ale cóż, pracować trzeba. Słuchajcie, mam dzisiaj dla Was no całkiem skomplikowaną czytankę. Tekst jest, no powiedzmy na takim poziomie, no nie wiem, no B2 na pewno. Będziemy mieli dosyć dużo słownictwa związanego z finansami, banking, stock exchange, things like that. Ale temat jest, myślę, bardzo ważny. Myślę, że powinno być to lekcja obligatoryjna w szkole. Wiedza podstawowa dla każdego. Mianowicie ta pogadanka będzie mówiła o jednej z najbardziej wpływowych firm w ogóle na świecie, prawda? Jest to firma amerykańska. And this is, you know, the most influential financial institution, one of the most influential financial institutions in the world. Yeah. So I think we should understand its role. We should understand its importance for like several reasons. First one might be that it's absolutely global. You know, it's a part of the big four banks in the US. Yeah, so we have, like, I don't know, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, and we have this one. Oh, I forgot to tell you what's the topic going to be about. We're going to talk about JP Morgan. Yeah, so it has really like significant role in the global finance. Yeah, it's one of the leaders. Maybe it's absolutely at the top. I'm not sure, but it's absolutely at the top. It's in this group. Yeah. So it has a wide range of services. I don't know, investment banking, asset management, private equity, commercial banking. So it not only helps private investors. There were moments, and maybe there still are, they actually supporting countries. Yeah. And we can also say that JP Morgan is too big to fail, yeah, due to its size. It's connected to other financial entities. It's absolutely critical player in the stability of global financial systems. So it's one of the key player in the field. Also, I would say it's important to understand that, you know, if there's something not working well within the company, it may affect you. And there are some scandalous facts, there are some controversies with the company. So, I don't know, for example, they took their part in this 2008 financial crisis. Yeah, because you know, JP Morgan, this is major financial institution. Yeah. So if there's if we talk about selling mortgage-backed securities, yeah, they play critical role in selling them. Yeah. So of course, I'm not trying to say that I blame JP Morgan for this whole collapse 2008 crisis, but they faced numerous lawsuits. Yeah. And there were some penalties because they play this negative role in this mortgage crisis. Yeah. So I know that they paid $13 billion to settle claims, yeah, related to this mortgage practices. So, and that was one of the largest legal settlements in the US history. So I think we should think about the scale, yeah? So for them, maybe paying, 13 billion, it was probably calculated, yeah? Anyway, so this is one thing. I mean, there were also smaller things, like in 2012 there was a case. There was a trader in London called London Whale, yeah, and he caused the bank to lose over 6 billion, yeah, because he just took some risky actions, yeah, like there was derivatives trading bet, yeah. So this is something that within a bank, if when the bank loses 6 billion, it's gonna affect other people, it's gonna affect the country. So we had this let's say investigation, yeah, by the US regulators and Congress, to investigate. There was investigation about it, yeah, and there were other some controversies regarding this this company. So that's why I think it's like we need to understand its influence, its global financial influence. So if we think about, I don't know, economic growth, we think about stability, we need to think, are these practices ethical? Are this, is this behavior, JP Morgan, junior, senior, and now there's another CEO, are they ethical? Yeah, what are they about? Anyway, so we're gonna read this article. Before, maybe I'm gonna show you a photo of the man we are talking about. We're gonna start with, here we go. Oh, sorry, I should have share only part of the screen. Here we go. We have this guy. He was famous because of his nose, big red nose, yeah. So they were very red and very big, and this portrait is retouched. Yeah, studio photographer retouched this, and his nose and his cheeks. Yeah, cool. I wonder if we have some other portraits of him. I'm sure there are, but with his influence, I'm sure he managed to keep his appearance, like public appearance, right. Okay, so we have a little bit of like Wikipedia page. So I'm not gonna focus on Wikipedia page. I'm just gonna maybe read a little bit at the beginning, and then we're gonna jump into the my article. So he was a American financier and investment banker who dominated corporate finance, yeah, on Wall Street, yeah. So he was a driving force behind a wave of industrial consolidations. So if we talk about industrial consolidations, it's about mergers and acquisitions. Yeah, it's like a business transaction which one company owns another, they merge, they like blend together. Yeah, so they consolidate with another company. It could be, I don't know, direct absorption, merger, there could be different things. Yeah, so what? He was a prominent figure in some multinational corporations, including US Steel, yes, US, so International Harvester, yeah, so this is agricultural construction equipment, automobiles, commercial trucks, lawn, garden trucks, this kind of equipment. And of course, General Electric company, yeah, so this is energy, aerospace, healthcare, lightning, locomotives, and things like that. And you see like the partners, yeah, here, and 21 railroads, 21 railroads. We're gonna talk about it later on. So through these holdings, Morgan exercised enormous influence over capital markets in the US. Yeah. And even during the panic, yeah, of 1907, so it's also known as the bankers' panic or Knickerbocker crisis. He organized a coalition of financiers that saved the American monetary system from collapse. So he saved monetary system of America. I wonder if he had this inscription in on his grave. We probably not gonna go deep about this Wikipedia page. Wikipedia, you know, it's a kind of censored source of information. There's nothing exciting here, but I think we're just gonna jump into the article I've prepared. It's not also like anything extraordinary, but I hope you're gonna enjoy it. Of course, we're gonna what? Check some words that are hard, very hard. And we're gonna discuss it. Okay, so this is JP Morgan Company, okay? First, we have fact file. The article was published 20 years ago. So few things aren't up to date. Sorry. But we talk about a company that was founded in 1854. 1854. So, you know, 20 years difference when we talk about a company that old. It's not a big deal. Okay, we have a founder. Yeah, we have distinction. So preserved and expanded the American financial system. Primary products, commercial banking, investment services, annual sales. I'm sure this is not up to date. Number of employees, it's not up to date. I think now it's like 300,000. Major competitors, Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch. Chairman and CEO, I think there's a different person now. Let me check. I was checking the website today. We have this, yeah, so who is JP Morgan Chase? But I don't want to have a JP Morgan Poland. I want to have a JP Morgan US. Okay, about us, not much. Okay, Jamie Dimons, I don't know, he's the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, yeah? And he said something like, he wrote a letter to shareholders and he said, we are champions of banking's essential role in a community, its potential for bringing people together, for enabling companies, individuals to attain their goals, and for being a source of strength in difficult times. The work we do matters and has impact, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Okay, let's go back. Headquarters, of course, New York, year founded, we mentioned that, 1854, and website. If we try to go to this website from Poland, it sends you directly to Polish website, which is strange. Anyway, we have this article. There will be few words. Maybe I'm going to make it a little bit bigger as well. And we're going to check it. Yeah, we're going to jump and we're going to check a few words. Actually, we have it in the first sentence. The fabled House of Morgan first surfaced as a financial powerhouse. Financial powerhouse, what that could be, in the mid-19th century. Okay, so fabled. So fabled, wait a second. Fabled. So when we talk about something fabled, it means that this is famous, especially by reputation. It's like celebrated, famous, well-known, notable, preeminent, prominent, great, yeah, prestigious. So this is fabled. Financial powerhouse. Sorry. Financial powerhouse is a company, institution, or individual that has significant influence, resources, and capabilities in the financial sector. So these entities are known for their strong market position with revenue generation and often play a key role in the global economy. Yeah, so they have to be like, they need to have large capital base. Yeah, they need to have you know, strong impact on the markets. Yeah, and they usually have broad range of services, and they usually also have global reach. Yeah, so when we talk about powerhouses, financial powerhouses, number one is of course JP Morgan Chase. This is one of the largest and the most influential. Goldman Sachs, yeah, it's number two. It's like investment banking, asset management services. BlackRock, yeah, of course, BlackRock, the world's largest asset management firm. Warren Buffett, we know also him, yeah. So he's one of the most successful financial figures, yeah. Okay, let's go back. Oh, not here. Where is my article? Here it is. Okay, so the fabled, we talk about the fabled means like great financial powerhouse, like, you know, the financial institution with a great importance in the mid-19th century. It was instrumental in the formation of corporate icons such as US Steel and General Electric. So I think we mentioned that before, yeah? At one time, it controlled a significant portion of America's railroads, So, you know, America's railroads, when we think about, you know, the era before cars, yeah, the whole transport to this Wild West was through rails, yeah. So owning railroads means like owning transport, land transport, yes. Okay, it loaned millions to governments of France, England, Mexico, and Russia. Do you understand it? They loaned to the countries. We have a company that has ability to loan, I don't know how much money, I can check it, to Russia. Actually, I'm going to check it. It's interesting. How much money JP Morgan loan to Russia? How high was it? I mean, if it's a loan to Russia, maybe it also loaned Poland. Okay. So, you know, it's all gonna be like in millions. Yeah, millions and billions. So I have the data from like current affairs, but let's check what happens in the past. So historically speaking, JP Morgan had a substantial financial relationship with Russia, yeah, but it shifted from active engagement to compliance-driven disengagement over the time, yeah. So I don't know, I don't have like figures. It's interesting. I know that in 2024, court order seizure of 439 millions from JP Morgan's accounts in Russia. Anyway, it's like a, you know, not that official information, but if you want to do your own research, you can check how much was lent to France, England, Mexico, Russia. Anyway, it helped preserve America's monetary system more than once. And it was when it was threatened with collapse. This is interesting. In what way JP Morgan helped to preserve American monetary system? How was it done? I wonder, you know? So there was this crisis, 2008, but we just read that they actually played a key role in actually initiating the crisis. So, you know, you initiate the crisis and then you're the hero, saving the country, saving monetary system. Interesting. Okay, I think the most important is that it's rolled into Federal Reserve. Yeah, so okay, it's a little bit too complicated. I try to read it quickly and tell you, but I can't. Okay, there was this panic, as we read before, in 1907, yeah? And so there was a severe banking crisis that threatened to collapse the financial system. Okay, so when the banks collapse, the whole financial system may collapse. And what they did, JP Morgan, he stepped in to stabilize the US banking system. And at this time, there was no central bank in the US, so Morgan used his own wealth and influence to organize a group of bankers and businesses leaders to provide emergency funds to troubled institutions. His actions helped prevent the collapse of major banks, and his ability to mobilize private capital laid the groundwork for the creation of Federal Reserve. And also this 1907 panic highlighted the need for a central bank to provide liquidity during crises. This led to the establishment of the Federal Reserve System in 1913. Yeah, so he was some kind of catalyst for the Federal Reserve creation. Yeah, he didn't directly create it, but the whole event surrounding this panic helped him to push the US government to establish a central bank. Yeah. So, and now we have this monetary system that we know today. Also during Great Depression, 1929-39, he also took part in, stabilizing the system. There were some reforms in the banking, like Glass-Steagall Act 1933, which separated commercial and investment banking. The bank navigated these changes to maintain its stability and continued to play a key role in the financial system. Well, maybe I'm gonna share. Sorry, I'm reading. Not very nice. So what I've read was this his role in the panic in 1907. Yes. And creation of the Federal Reserve and support during the Great Depression. We also see that President Franklin Roosevelt, he had this New Deal programs, and this bank assisted in raising funds to support this initiative. Yeah. Then we have after Second World War, of course, he helped to finance Marshall Plan to provide economic assistance to Western Europe. Thank you very much. Bretton Woods system as well. You see, establish US dollar as the central currency in the international trade. Backed by gold. So back then it was backed by gold. Yeah. So again, there we have more and more things. Yeah. So this is this famous acquisition. Yeah. Morgan and Chase, Manhattan Bank. Yeah. So when we have merge of this, I don't know how to like huge, enormous companies. We have the corporation even bigger. Yeah. So, another stock market crash, 1907. You see, he took part in every collapse, in every panic, in every, So there was this crash, and again, he provided liquidity to stabilize the markets. Yeah. So he helped by acting as a major buyer of the US Treasury securities. You see that? US Treasury securities, and supporting financial institutions. So, we see somebody like the corporation, not somebody, corporation who is more powerful than the government. That the government in trouble asks for help. So I think it's very interesting to understand the, who is the key player here. Anyway, I think we need to go back to our lovely article, because I think with that speed, I'm not gonna finish it until tomorrow. Yes. Cool. So it helped this monetary system to preserve the monetary system when it was threatened with collapse. It endured the Great Depression, 2 world wars, and federal regulations that forced it to shed one of its most lucrative businesses. The word shed and maybe endured. So maybe endure first. Okay, wait a second. If you endure, you suffer something painful or difficult, but this is not what we need. Second meaning is to remain in existence, last, yeah, last, live. So here we have last, yes, endure means last, and we have shed. What's the regulations that force it to shed one of its most lucrative businesses? If you shed something lucrative, you discard something undesirable, something outdated. You dismiss, you let go. Yeah? So here we have it. So you dismiss. Here we go. Okay. Let's go back. Let me go back over there. Here we go. Okay. So yes. It managed to survive, yeah, Great Depression, forced to discard one of its most lucrative businesses. Despite being such a major player in the business world, however, it could not survive the massive changes that transformed its industry in recent years. Okay, we're gonna check what gonna be these massive changes, yeah? Okay. With roots going back to a London merchant bank, yes, opened in 1930s, JP Morgan and Company has long been more than a run-of-the-mill financial institution. Okay, again, we need to check what is merchant bank. Yeah, merchant bank. Merchant bank is a type of a financial institution that provides specialized services to businesses, governments, wealthy individuals in the areas of investment banking, corporate finance, asset management, yeah? So unlike commercial banks, which focus on providing deposit accounts and loans for general public, merchant banks primarily cater to corporate clients, yeah, and engage in activities that require more sophisticated financial expertise. So this is a bank for corporate clients, okay? For corporate clients. Okay, I'm gonna put it here so you're gonna remember. Okay, so when we talk about merchant, it's gonna be those banks who are involved in trade, in commerce, yeah? So when we talk about early days, it's about lending money to those merchants who are involved in the import and export of goods, okay? So this is it. Okay, so and when we talk that something was run-of-the-mill, it was run-of-the-mill financial institution, it means that it was ordinary, average, unremarkable, yes? So we say that something is typical or standard or it lacks uniqueness, yeah? So the phrase has its origin in the process of milling, where something that was run-of-the-mill, that was usual output, nothing special or extraordinary. So you can say something like that. Oh, the restaurant was nice, but the food was pretty run-of-the-mill. Yeah. Oh, he's a good employee, but his performance is pretty run-of-the-mill compared to others. Yeah. So here we go, like typical. Yes. Ordinary, average, unremarkable, run-of-the-mill financial institution. Okay. Well, let's carry on. So we have a little bit of Dobra. From its headquarters on Wall Street and offices in some... A może inaczej. Zróbmy sobie może teraz małą przerwę i wrócimy do tego w następnej części. Bye! Thank you very much i widzimy się za chwileczkę. Bye, bye!